is cool. My wife's a black woman. She can say like whatever she wants. Total freedom of speech. It's awesome. She'll drag me into conversations where I have to be like, hey, I don't know if you know this, but white guys are kind of on house arrest right now. You go ahead. Yeah, black women can say whatever they want, except for Whoopi Goldberg for some reason. They're on Whoopi's ass, man. It annoys me. She would apologize recently for using the word gypped. Yeah, she would apologize to the American gypsy community. She had to burn 30 seconds of primetime TV to say sorry to 4 toothless carnies. No, man, my wife will just like drag me into these conversations where I'm like, I don't know how to respond, man. It's like I invited her on a double date not too long ago. And it was like a kind of a weird situation. It was my friend, he's a white guy, who just started dating this black chick. Which, first of all, I'm kind of like, that's my thing. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. And then it's like, you don't want to go on a double interracial date. Single date's perfect, because like you guys, like, we're saving the world, we're so tolerant. Once you're in like a double interracial date, now you're like enthusiasts or something. It's just swirling a glass like we like what we like. You know, it's weird. But I told my wife the situation. I'm like, come on, man, we should go. You know, we haven't been doing anything. Let's go on the date. My wife was like, what kind of black is she? It's like, level 2. I don't fucking know, man. I can't possibly answer this. I learn about a lot of white stereotypes too. I hear stuff I'm not supposed to hear. There's a lot of weirdly specific stereotypes about white people you guys probably have no idea about. I always like walk in on conversations where I hear them and I'm kind of like... I just opened my door. I walked in on one recently. I opened my door. My wife was talking to her aunt on speakerphone. It's a cultural thing. And I opened my door. I opened my door. It's a custom. Be respectful. And I just opened the door to her aunt being like, you know, white people don't care about their grandparents. And I was like, ah, damn it, dude. That one's true. That hurts. I didn't know anyone knew about that. How the hell did they know? It's true. My mom calls me every like 5 months. She's like, you know your great aunt Bridie died. And I'm like, Mom, she's like, you have to go. I'm like, oh, fuck, all right. I have to go literally ID the body at the funeral. I go and I'm like, oh, that lady. I hate funerals. Then you have to like try to like talk to a dead person in your head. It's always, I just panic. I don't know what to say. I just rattle off some Ice-T would say on NCIS. I'm like, crime doesn't pay, you punk. And I didn't walk. But yeah, so it's fun though, man. It's cool, you know, being in a relationship like that. I get like, having a black wife is a confidence booster sometimes. Certain situations, it's like, dude, like customer service disputes. Bro. Black ladies are like the Navy SEALs of customer service, dude. It's crazy. I'm first wave, I'm the scout. I go up, I'm like, hey, I noticed our flight's delayed. Do you know how long that's gonna be by chance? And like, sir, shut the up, dude. Sit the down. I'm like, all right. I always give him another chance. I'm like, are you sure? You'll never guess who's following me up, dude. I just tell, I'm like, it was that lady right there. She comes back 5 minutes later with like a $50 gift card. She's like, we're taking off, throw it on the pile. Yeah, it's not all fun and games, man. We do deal with stuff. We still have a race problem in this country, you know? A lot of perceptual stuff, you know? Like, there's just, like, sometimes you will just be looked at differently, and it is what it is. Like, here's the thing. I bought us a pair of matching sweatpants from Walmart. I thought it'd be funny. It's not. Nobody likes it, but they're these, like, patterned, weird-looking sweatpants, and, like, we still have them. So sometimes, like, laundry just works out the way where we're just out of stuff, and we both wear them. We don't even think about it. We'll be out like running errands in our matching sweatpants. And we'll be like arguing in the electronics department at a Target. and I'll see the people looking at us who work there, and I know they're thinking we're one of those crackhead couples. I know what they're thinking. They think, you know, those couples that like walk along the side of the highway together? Just visibly bound in failure for all to see. Just, you know those guys? They always make me laugh. I'm like, why the highway? What the hell? Checking Google Maps. Like I said, it's going to take 5 days and 4 hours. We're going to take the turnpike. Come on. I love those guys. It's like the heroin Oregon Trail. You see them out there, you're like, God damn. Prospectors. You see their sweatpants catch the wind. You're like, oh my God, it's beautiful. Yeah, we argue. It sucks. I hate arguing with my wife. I wish we didn't, but we do. We've been together for so long, it's like embarrassing at this point, you know? Because we don't even have anything to argue about. Our arguments are like, they're like abstract. They're like philosophical battles at this point. They don't even, it's like, my house is like ancient Greece, dude, when we argue. Like my wife, it's like stupid stuff. Like I'll be downstairs, she's like, hey, make sure you load the dishwasher before you go to bed tonight. And my brain does that thing where it's like, delete. Control-Alt-Delete. I don't do it on purpose. My mind's just like, this other thing's more important, and I hate that I do that. But then the next morning, you know, it all crashes down on me. She's like, why didn't you load the dishwasher? And I'm like, I forgot. She's like, how did you forget? And I'm like, you want me to explain the absence of thought? It's a logical fallacy, and I won't. We argue over the toilet seat. That's so embarrassing. I hate that, man. Just so stupid and cliche that, you know. But yeah, she all the time. And dude, I'll put it down. I don't care. I'll put it down. Sometimes I forget. You know, and I'm like, all I'm asking you is just fucking gently lower it. Don't slam it like an asshole. Just put it down. It's not the end of the world. And I'm like, what's the worst thing that could happen by it being up? She's like, I could fall in there at nighttime. Like, what do you run to the bathroom ass first and jump? What the f? So now I do. I put it down every time, but I also put that little one too. I put that down like, f you. I drop that down, and I pee on it a little. You can't win arguments with women, man. They'll just destroy you. It's their game. You think you win, they'll wait like 3 weeks and just f***ing lance you. It'll be like 3 weeks later, and she'll be like, what's up with your teeth? What do you mean? She's like, oh, never mind. I'm like, what the f***? They'll get you with their celebrity crushes. That hurts, man. Stop doing that, man. That hurts us. We were watching the movie Fury. Did you ever see Fury? World War II movie, Brad Pitt, army tanks, awesome movie. We're having a good time. We're enjoying it. Halfway through, Brad Pitt pops out of an army tank. He just like won a battle. He's like, yeah. His shirt's ripped. I'm like, yeah, how does a shirt get ripped inside of a tank? But I'm not ruining it for her, so I'm quiet. He pops out of the tank. You can see like his stomach. My wife didn't even say anything. She just went, Now I'm watching a whole different movie. I'm rooting for the Nazis now. I'm Googling shit. I'm like, yeah, the economy was pretty up. No one wants to talk about it.
Here in New York, we dealt with that, what was it, that terrible air quality last year for like a couple days. Came from Canada. Brush fires. I don't know, it was a major inconvenience. I was like, we should do something back to Canada, right? Don't let them get away with this. I had to search all over my apartment for a mask, looking under old mail inside my couch cushions. I found one. I was like, I hope this is safer. It was not. I wound up getting COVID from 2021. That was just chilling in my mask, waiting for the get back. As soon as I put that mask on, it was like, there you go. I was like, I can't smell. Not a single Canadian apologized either. Didn't hear a single sorry, eh? That's like their favorite thing. You gotta pay attention to these guys. Something new I started this. I got into started watching more cooking shows, right? I don't know. It gave me a different perspective. You call them Hot Pockets. I call it Pizza Wellington. A little bit on the culture side right now. Thank you. What else? Got into vision boarding. I thought you guys would applaud. No, it's fine. It's all good. It's all good. I got into it on my own. I saw a homie doing it. I was like, that's like adult arts and craft. I can participate. Only issue is I don't know how long it takes till you have to like complete the visions. I keep getting different responses. Some people say, oh, you have a week. I'm like, that's quick. Some people are like, oh, you have forever. I'm like, that's way too long. You tell me I have until I die to make it to any beach? All right. I don't hate that. I want my vision board completed in a timely fashion. At this point, it just looks like a grocery list with cutouts. It's like Nike socks, deodorant. I even wrote a note to myself. I was like, get a sandwich named after you at the deli, right? That's motivation. That's probably the hardest thing on there. Just got a letter the other day from the IRS. Well, I got it like a year ago. I just recently opened it up. Didn't even get a chance to read it. Had to throw it right in the garbage. Was not on the vision board, so my hands were tied. I tried to open it. I got like a paper cut. I was like, that's the universe. I was like, I hear you, buddy. Lost a phone recently. Left that in the back of an Uber. Tried to email them to get the phone back. Driver never replied. I assume he found my phone, saw it was an Android, and then threw it out the window. That's funny? Okay. It's all good. I got another one, so we back. Still requesting that other charger, right? Nothing changed. But I tried to be patient. I waited for like a week, hoping to get this phone back. Like I said, never responded, which was tough because I forgot how hard it was to have to look at people in real life. Like it was just that or stare at my empty hand, which was a lot of back and forth. I was like, I don't want to know my future. Started wearing headphones plugged right into my pocket, just bobbing my head to silence. People thought I was rapping to myself. I was just saying, this is BS over and over under my breath. Did not appreciate that phone. That's the problem. I took it for granted. I played a lot of games. Like I would type in walking directions and then I would just jump in the car. Just to impress my phone. My phone would just get confused. Be like, how'd you get here so fast? I'd be like, whoa, mind your business. You in my pocket. I pay the bill. It's not how this works. You gotta establish dominance over your phone. Let it know that it's not that smart, all right? I give you life. It would just autocorrect words that already exist, right? It just change them, right? Like I would type in the word they, and it would just be like thus. Confusing all my homies. They'd be like, bro, you taking a creative writing class? What's happening? Talk to us, let us in. Had a homeboy hit me up. He was like, bro, let's go hit this bar, grab some drinks. I tried to reply back, say I was broke, but it auto-corrected to broken, which ended that conversation. I didn't hear back for weeks. I understood. He probably got the message, was like, I'm broken. That's too much unpacking. Probably through the phone.
We wound up, we got a cat. We didn't get a cat. House came with a cat. We were just there. There's a cat. Yeah, was out. We weren't even sure the cat was real at first because it was up. Look at it. There was some real Pet Cemetery action. Covered, scrub brush, and just it's missing some ear. Had like David Bowie eyes, you know. What are you looking at? Everything? Nothing? What's going on with you? It always just appear from around structures at first. There's always one of these. It took us about 6 weeks before we admitted to each other that we saw a cat. I remember she said at first, like, you see a cat out there? I'm like, you see it too? All right, thank God. I was getting nervous. I thought we had hobgoblins. I don't know. I'm new to the Pacific Northwest. I don't know what's going out there. Everything's just fog and ferns. I don't know what's crambling around underneath there. So the cat seemed like it was like friendly. It wasn't like friendly, but it was like hanging around us enough. And so we're like, well, maybe it belongs to somebody, so we should find out before we start messing with it or feeding it. So we took some pictures of it, and we went door to door to see if it belonged to anybody. Also, probably a short-sighted idea on our part. It's, pandemic, global social distance. Hey, here's the new childless out-of-state people going door to door like, is this your cat? People are like, get the f*** away from my family. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. The old guy next door answered the door, but the chain's still on the door. He was just like, "Oh, that cat? That's nobody's cat. No. That cat there, that cat belonged to the earth. Yeah. That cat come up from the soil when the sun go down and just roams amongst the mist, just eating dreams, out nightmares. That's what that guy." Man, just say it's not your cat, old man, all right? I don't have time for folklore. I got other neighbors to harass. Now, we found out from another neighbor that cat had actually been like a neighborhood stray cat for about 16 years. That's how far back they can remember. This is a stray cat that for 16 years has just been living on the streets of this neighborhood, working off the goodwill of the place. So we're like, this is our cat. We are taking this cat in. So we got the cat to come inside. This is our cat. We named it as much as you can name a cat, let alone one that's been doing its own thing for 16 years. It's mostly just for reference between us, So at first we were calling it Helen. We thought it was blind and deaf. So we were calling it Helen. You know what? I didn't name it that. My girlfriend named it that. So you're not mad at me. You're mad at her. And yeah, I will throw her under the bus. Yeah. All's fair, babe. She's calling it Helen. I was calling it Dirt Nap. That's how I was calling the cat. On account that it sleep all the time and was filthy, but also it looked deceased more often than not. That cat looked like it had perished many times. Like, oh, cats sleep weird, but like draped over a curb under a car tire. Just with its eyes open, looking at nothing. I walked up to it with a shovel more than once. It was like, well, this is a sad day, and it would just run off. I'm like, oh, look at you. Look at you little crisis actor. You got an agenda. I don't know what it is, and that's what I like about you. You're mysterious. A little cross-eyed ghoul. Yeah, Dirt Nap, Little Dirty, Little D. We'll be calling her Little D for the rest of the story. Also be referring to her as she and a her. We thought it was a female cat. Turned out it was a neutered male, but we didn't find that out until later. So Jenny Nooch for gender neutral is the name for some of the time. And then for special occasions, we call her Miss America. And by special occasions, just when you could say something truthful that it's more funny when you could be like, man, Miss America on the couch again. And if you can time that out right for when like a new mom is walking by an open window, they're already against us, so maybe as well just feed them. What are they doing to that future beauty queen in there? We got this cat, and we brought it in. We're like, we're going to give this thing the best sunset years we can give it. We're going to pamper it. First, we took it to the vet, make sure it's all dialed in. We took it to the vet. And right away, the vet was just like, oh, it's got a thyroid issue. It's thyroid. It's got bad thyroid. It's got to be on a special diet, very special. It's a prescription diet. There's prescription cat food out there. Why? Who's trying to get the cat food that's not, okay, man, hook me up. Hook me up with that Hill's prescription, man. Like 5 cats in a trench coat rolling in, like, hello, we're here to pick up for Mr. Meowser's. Trying to make that cat meth, dog. Come on, man, come on. This is a prescription. You can only get it from me. It's $70 a bag. I'm like, all right, you know what, man? Whew, I know it was middle pandemic, and I was all about the doctors and the scientists, but the veterinarians, I just think some of them, they know they got that giant gray area of your lack of knowledge that they can abuse about the animal camp. Like if you go to a doctor and you're like, my ankle hurts, and they're like, could be an ear infection. You're like, well, you're bad at your job. But you go to a veterinarian with this animal that you love but can't communicate with, and you're like, oh, what's wrong with my best friend, my little guy here? They can just say anything like, it's the alternator. And you're just like, yeah, I get it. You know what? That makes sense because his eyes were dimming in the morning. His eyes were dimming. That's a 2003 Calico with a lot of miles. Those are city miles. I thought the timing belt was going to go first, but okay, yeah. That makes sense. What are we running on those, huh? 1,500. No, okay. That's with labor? All right, yeah. Hey, listen, real quick on the side. Say we do this in cash. You got like a similar model out back that like you can part out or ethical reasons. Sure, no, say no more. Say no more. No, nobody's Frankenstein here. Nobody's Frankenstein. So you just got to believe him, you know? So I come home with a $70 bag of bullshit one day. I open the door, I can see out to the patio. Lil D's outside, she's playing with a bird. Bird's dead. She's just slapping it against the house. Playing's also a real generous term to describe. She is playing the same way like inmates play handball. It's not for fun, you know? That's just maintenance in case goes down. That's all. The only thing missing from Little D at that point was like a cigarette behind her good ear and a teardrop tattoo. Just bitching about not making parole. Like, they got me doing the full 12, man. Ooh, if I get out of here and see that judge, you're gonna see me right back in here. And I could tell it was a fresh kill because she was about 6 feet out and getting a good return on her. So I come in with this food, just shaking it like, Lil D, I'm gonna save your life. Look at this. And she looks up, because she can hear. It's selective, but she can hear. And she looks up, she knows it's food. She looks at the food, and then she looks at me and just puts it together. She's like, oh, you're gonna want me to eat that. Watch this. And then she just ate the bird. Just, like at me, like maintained eye contact, but ate the bird. And I know cats eat birds, but I was not ready. Like, I assumed it was gonna be messy, but with strategy. That's what I thought. Like, it's a whole bird. I thought it was gonna be like brutal, but you know, with technique, getting to the soft part. Like the same way, like we've all had that night where we just get a rotisserie chicken just for yourself. Those nights you get home, like, close the blinds, I'm going elbows deep on this bitch. Like those kind of things. That's what I thought I would have seen. What I saw and was not prepared for was the full-on David Blaine street magic disappearing act that she did on this bird. Just gone. Entire thing disappeared. One Forrest Gump feather just floating down for effect. Still looking at me like, What? Where did it? Is it in my pocket? Oh my God! Is it just gonna be alive over here? That is what you did. Is something. I gotta call this vet back. And I rang him up right then and there, like, yeah, hey doc. I don't know if you got a plan B for this whole thyroid thing, but Lil D been out in these streets just consuming her own enemies for the better part of a decade and a half. So if you got some alternatives, I'm all ears right now. And that's when the vet on the phone, he's like, oh, chicken baby food's totally acceptable for a thyroid issue, too. You can feed her chicken baby food. Oh, chicken baby food. Oh, the that's 50 cents a jar? You could have led with that, you fucking quack. So that's my life now when I'm not on the road. I'm just buying racks of chicken baby food. I'm just buying full, just cases of chicken baby food. And every morning that I'm at home, I gotta wake up and I gotta heat up a little jar of chicken baby food. Because now that we're an indoor cat, we got particular about temperature. So I gotta heat up this little jar of chicken baby food. and I throw up through my nose. A little bit, just, And we feed this to our human babies? You women are savages. I do that, and then I go, and then I clean out the litter pan, because these are the things you have to do when you let vermin live in your house. I go, and to get through the litter pan part, I just squat over it and pretend that I'm just an optimistic prospector, and this is my lucky day, because it's the only way to get through sifting through that, is to sit there and be like, oh, I got a good feeling, that's a big one. That one's pure gold, me and Ma don't have to live on the front. That's a poop, okay, all right. Oh, look at this one coming downstream. Woo, boy, I'd take that to the bank. I'll buy the bank with that. That's just a piss fritter. All right, well, third time's a charm. I'll take silver at this point. Anything to get me out of the dusty old wet. That's a poop, too. I think this creek done run dry. That's just a fun thing to do for me, because you got to be creative with your chores.
You know, mothers are truly incredible. She's on top of everything before it's ever a problem. She told me this. She's like, I got this app. I want to be ready when our boys start using a computer. I'm like, they're 9 months old and 3 years old. Do we need this? She's like, we need this. She's like, this app will let us know any website they visit, even if they delete something in their search history. I'm like, do we need this? She pushes a button, up pops up a bunch of adult sites, recently visited on her home computer. And my wife was mad, very mad. And I was like, let me talk to them. These kids are disgusting.
I miss sarcasm. I feel like people on the East Coast are a lot more sarcastic than they are around here. You guys have a good sense of humor, but it's not the same. I look for it in people. I remember when we were moving out of our last apartment into our new apartment, my wife goes to the movers, which are just 3 giant Russian guys. She goes, we need to be out of this place and into our new place in 3 hours. Could we do that? What do you think about that? That's how much money we have. And one of the Russian guys goes to the other Russian guy. He goes, 3 hours. Maybe if magic happens. And I was like, good. That is good. I love knowing that guy has maybe 6 phrases in his back pocket to survive in a new country. And one of them is, maybe if a magic were to happen.
I wrote a joke a long time ago to try to shame myself into getting better shape, and it didn't take. I look exactly the same. I feel like I look okay from the front. I still feel good about my front profile look. Not as happy with the side. And for a long time, I didn't know what I looked like from the side. And then somebody took a picture of me when I was not wearing a shirt or sucking in my gut or aware that cameras were present. And that was a real eye-opener. That's when I realized that from the front, I look like a dude who lifts weights. From the side, I look like a dude who shouldn't, because it's probably bad for the baby. It's a little rough in the middle. Part of the problem is I do work out, but I don't work out very hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like to go to hardcore gyms. I'm never gonna be a CrossFit guy. I'm more of a YMCA guy. 'Cause I feel good about myself there. Right? I'm a realist. A lot of happiness in life has to do with putting yourself in favorable matchup situations. If I go to Gold's Gym or somewhere, I'm average at best. Right? YMCA, I dominate. My favorite gym I've ever worked out at was this old YMCA in Santa Monica, California. Nothing had been renovated there for probably 40 years, including most of the other members. It was like a nursing home gym. Those seniors respected my feats of strength. And they came from a classier generation that's quick to compliment, and I like all of that very, very much. Like a random ego stroke. One time I was doing the tricep press down, and this little old lady, Connie, was patiently waiting her turn, like a decent person. And then when she went to use the machine, she forgot to move the pin to a lighter weight, and she just kind of struggled for quite some time. And then she figured out what happened, and she turned to me and she goes, my goodness, you just lifted that. Well, aren't you strong? I couldn't even move it. And I thought that was adorable. I also thought, of course you couldn't move it, Connie. Look at yourself. Like 90 pounds, old bird bones, paper mache. Are you kidding me, Con? I'm pre-gaming on creatine, whey protein shakes. You look like you're getting ready on hard candy and formaldehyde. Why don't you look at that fan, Connie? Look at it. I turn that fan to high, you're stuck to that wall. This is my gym, Connie! Part of the problem, not being in great shape, is my nutrition program. It's not great. I live in a house full of a lot of mixed nutritional signals. My wife, she says she wants me to eat better, my wife Lindsay, but I don't necessarily believe it. Because her actions don't go along with her words. She'll say she wants me to eat healthier, but then she bakes me delicious treats. Because she loves me through food. I think it's competing instincts inside of her. Part of her does want me to, eat really well so I can live a long time and she doesn't have to die alone. But another part of her wants to fatten me up just enough so that no other woman will ever want me. So that makes her feel secure and safe. But she'll do this ridiculous thing where she'll make my favorite treat. Like she'll make me chocolate chip cookies with like little walnut chunks, and then I'll start to eat them and she'll be like, Dan, what are you doing? How many of those are you going to have today? I was going for all of them. I'm sorry, I thought these were delicious cookies. I didn't realize you had baked me shame biscuits and guilt wafers.
I can't tell ages anymore. I really can't. Like, I have friends in their early 20s, and I also have a puppy. And I can't tell them apart. Right? All I see are these energetic beings running around trying to show strangers their tummies. Right? Either way, they're not allowed on the couch, so... Look, I know, it's tough to tell what age I am, because puberty let me down. I can't wear a backpack in public. People think I'm running away from home. I know some of you are like, I don't know, that hairline's moving up. And it's like, well, I make the barber do that. Make them do it. Go in. They're like, where do you want your hairline? Where it naturally is? Here? I'm like, no. I want to be relatable. I try to take care of myself. I try to take care of my skin, But I got a sunburn recently, which is so frustrating, right? I mean, as a white person, right? Because we hate accountability. But for a week, I had to be like, okay, this is my fault. Everything else, no. How you look's important, I mean, people love to tell me what I look like a lot because of the mirror shortage. And I got a fun one recently, actually. I was just walking around in New York, and a man saw me, and he just said, "Not another Spider-Man." Right, I had to be like, no promises, It's actually kind of hard for me not to be Spider-Man. The one that I get most of the time, though, that people say to me is they'll be like, you know what? Man, you look like you could be from right out of the 50s. Yeah, it's like, because I'm a person? And there were people in the 50s? Anyone could be from the 50s. I feel like what people say is like, yeah, but you look like you would have enjoyed the 50s. Like, inadvertently, I feel like people are saying, like, your face reminds me of the patriarchy at its best, right? Because you got that face of white privilege, but before white guilt, so there's no wrinkles. Let's see, my parents had kids. Yeah, a couple of us, that's good. It was just me and my older sister, right? And I obviously have an older sister. That's why I dress nice and believe in myself. Right? Like, I didn't have an older brother, I'd be dead. You ever heard a younger sibling talk about how they were treated by their older brother? It's horrifying. I'll be talking to my buddy, I'll be like, my older sister and I, we used to play house. My buddy will be like, my older brother and I, we used to play, he left me in the washing machine. For 3 days. And it's like, they're so gaslit, they don't even know that that's wrong. So I'll be like, I'm so sorry, and they're like, no, you don't get it. It was a delicate cycle. And he used fabric softener, so actually I thank him. I thank him for what he did, actually. My brother works in finance now, can you believe it? It's like, yeah. I can. It's annoying to be the younger sibling in general. It's very annoying because families assign roles on a first come, first served basis. So if you're the youngest, you just get whatever's left. Right? Like my sister got car sick, so I couldn't. Like I did, I just wasn't allowed. My parents were like, you can't be car sick, but here's what you can be, accommodating. And I really am, you know? Excuse me. No, you go. There was a lot to accommodate in my family, too. A very anxious group, you know? My first hand-me-down was actually a Xanax prescription. And yeah, the dosage was a little big, but I grew into it, you know? No problem. We all had our own little, flavor of mental disorder. Our own little twist. Like, my mom had social anxiety, my sister had general anxiety, and my dad was an optimist. And yeah, so you've heard of this? I mean, it's such a cruel disorder, right? And there's no known cure, right? Except for paying attention, even a little bit. But blinders on for my guy, and my particular disorder was OCD. It was obsessive compulsive disorder. Me too? Okay. So if one person's gonna say, me too, actually we all gotta do it. At the same time. So, and we're recording this, so get it right. No, my OCD, it wasn't about Okay, so if somebody's gonna laugh, everybody has to laugh at the same time. My OCD wasn't about cleanliness or organization, which is pretty common, but I was just addicted to these little rituals that I thought prevented bad things from happening. So it's I wasn't washing my hands all the time, but I was I'm gonna touch this doorknob 8 times. Now the dog won't die. No, and I know that sounds weird, but I need you to know that our family dog is 42 years old. A homeowner, actually. They're doing great. I'm really proud of them. I got my OCD under control now, which is good, but my family's always very concerned that it's going to come back. So any repeated gesture I do, very scary. So my sister will be like, hey, Lucas, I just noticed you're taking multiple sips of water. And that's totally okay, but I did want to check. Is that your OCD? Because I saw you always look both ways before you cross the street. And that's okay, but I did want to check. Is that your OCD? Because I know you told me you always put your pants on one leg at a time. And that's totally okay, but I did want to check. Is that your OCD? It's no, right? That's how people put on pants. So yeah, I put them on one leg at a time. It's so stupid. And I always go left leg and then right leg to make sure North Korea never develops long-range nuclear missiles. But she doesn't need to know that. I think I'm all set on family. I think I'm all good. I'm done. Family is my least favorite group project. Because it's in school. There's always somebody who has to do the majority of the work, right? And it's never the dad. It's never the dad. It's not the dad. Everyone I know was raised by their mom and executive produced by their dad. Right? You need him to get the project made, but he isn't in the editing bay. He's just showing up this is all my money's getting. So. I've been working on my relationship with my executive producer. And we had a breakthrough recently. He texted me, my dad texted me, and the text just said, I trust you're doing well. And I was like, I guess my dad and I dated. We split up. It wasn't mutual, but it makes sense why we've been like this. I don't blame my dad, by the way, for us being a little distant. I was kind of a weird kid, you know? Like, my favorite thing to do in the summer when I was 10 was watch The Price is Right. Yeah, great show, right? I mean, but also I thought it was helping my relationship with my dad, because he was always like, you don't know the value of $1. I was like, oh yeah? I bet you don't know the value of this brand new jet ski! Ah, come on down! Excuse me. How fun. This is so nice. For some amount of time, I haven't checked my phone. And I love that. Isn't that nice? I haven't looked at my phone this whole time. We're on our phones so much. We're addicted, right? I mean, I just said phone, and a small part of all of your brain was like, oh yeah, my phone. I wonder what it's doing. Does it miss me too? It's like we're on our screen so much, I'm worried that I'll have a kid and they'll like make eye contact with someone and I'll have to apologize. I'll be like, I'm so sorry, he's an old soul. He was just diagnosed with attention span. I don't, you know. I don't like big tech. This is why I don't like big tech. I don't like them. I also don't like that they call themselves big tech. Right? It kind of sounds like they made up their own nickname. Like they switched high schools. They wanted to seem cool. Like we're doing roll call for American Industries, and we're like, okay, oil and gas, and they're like, here. I'm like, okay, great. Technology? They're like, it's tech. It's actually big tech. It's actually big tech has a girlfriend. It's big tech has 2 girlfriends, but we don't use labels. It's big tech. Tech is big and the biggest tech. So tech, big, tech. Okay, great. We got it. All right, and before we get started, is manufacturing here? And then the class is like, they moved.
Got an Uber today, got in the car. First thing the guy says to me is like, do you mind if I talk to a friend? And I'm a normal guy, right? So I said, of course. And thank you for considering me a friend. We had the best conversation. It was so good. He was speaking Urdu and I responded in English. It was a beautiful cultural exchange. He kept doing this. I'm like, that must be a cultural gesture. So I did this. Thank you. But no, I'm good. I've been doing well. I've been cooking a lot. So good. I learned to cook online, right? But I think it's so special that recipes that used to be passed down from generation to generation. I think that's so special. So I got to tell my kids that my grandfather passed me down Jamie Oliver's superfood pasta. Tell them that Jamie Oliver's a province in China. We're from the Jamie people. I've been cooking, I've been eating at other people's houses, diversify the portfolio, you know. I was at a friend's house eating dinner and he cooked this lamb shoulder and it took him 2 days to cook this lamb shoulder and he was bragging about it. I didn't even know that was something you could brag about, like the amount of time it took you to prepare the meal. But I found it to be quite a good excuse to serve my guests leftovers. Oh, this is a 24-hour stir fry. This pizza's been dry aged for 7 days. Good stuff. I love food. I am a foodie. Guilty. Love food. I love coffee as well. Big coffee head. A couple of fans of coffee. Nice. I love coffee, but I reckon coffee culture's gone nuts. You know what I mean? Like, it's gone too far. Because there's coffee places everywhere. Like, I saw a coffee place in a rock climbing gym. Oh, surely that's too far. Yeah. There's a coffee place at my local library. I saw a woman order a triple shot latte. I'm like, what book are you trying to read? Must be pretty tough. Anyway, I was getting a coffee from my mechanics and Mechanics are like the last profession that there's no regular retail price, right? There's no sign behind them telling you how much it's going to cost. You can't just Google how much a service is, right? It's just numbers swirling around in their minds. Only they know on any given day how much they're going to fleece you. I don't know if you can tell this just by looking at me, but I'm not a pushover. That's not a funny bit. Got a great deal out of this guy. 2 tyres, $7,000. So. He did upsell me though. I reckon he upsold me. I don't think I needed the second tyre. I just went in for a latte. This mechanic, he kept saying the word roughly, right? He's like, it's roughly quite a big job. It's roughly going to take 1 to 2 days. Like, he kept saying the word roughly, and he got so in the habit of saying it that he started saying it when he was asking for my details. He was like, roughly, what's your phone number? I'm like, if you want a ballpark, it's about $500 million. Coffee's too strong. This stuff, it's too strong. I mean, I remember back in the day, coffee used to be nice. You could drink coffee in the morning and go to sleep the same night. Like, you could even drink it at night time. Like, you could whip up a Blend 43, watch a couple of episodes, and then sink into the night, you know? Nowadays, I have a sip of coffee and I get anxiety and diarrhea. I see my barista and my guts flinch. Having a panic attack in the coffee store, I don't know. There's no drink that's as relaxing as coffee gets you G'd up. Someone's trying to tell me that it was chamomile tea, but chamomile tea sucks. Chamomile tea tastes like if water got wet. I don't know, maybe I'm being harsh. I like the scent of it. I've been using this new chamomile shampoo. Relaxing chamomile flavour. It's good stuff. I was using it for the first time. It's going so well. But then a bit of it got into my eye. And it stung a lot. But I was calm throughout the whole thing. I was like... I don't know. I don't understand it because people ask me to meet for a coffee. They're like, "Let's go meet for a coffee." I don't understand that because what I'm hearing is, "Let's go do a poo poo." You know what I mean? It's a 1 hour meeting. We've only got a half an hour of face to face time. We're both paying in the toilets for 15 minutes each. All right, I don't know about that one. There was a big foodie during lockdown. Gained quite a bit of weight. At the end of lockdown, I had to go to the doctors for something else, hemorrhoids. And but at the end of the meeting, he gave me quite a stern warning. He's like, "I'm sorry, but you have to lose 5 kilos if you want to look hot." He said that, and I was trying to figure out how to lose the weight. I was like going on YouTube, and there's all these different ideas about weight loss, and I couldn't like figure out what the correct one was because everyone's like arguing with everyone. And I found this one guy. He's called Carnivore MD, and his whole thing is a meat-only diet. But he reckons it's true because he's lived as a raw vegan for 8 years before that. So in his lifetime, he's had a balanced diet. But it's like, I don't know who to trust. I had to get a personal trainer, and this personal trainer was like, you gotta put down your body goals. You gotta dream big. He's like, think big. What are your body goals? And I was like, I would love to gain 2 foot. My dream to be 5'5". I'm good. I'm doing well. It's New Year, new me. Yeah. It's Chinese New Year. You don't hear about a lot of Chinese New Year resolutions. Hey? Like, I'm going to set off more firecrackers this year. as Chinese New Year just passed, Year of the Tiger. I like the zodiacs in the Chinese New Year. You know how they have all those different zodiacs? Anyone celebrate Chinese New Year? Oh, you do? Are you Chinese or other? Other. Welcome. I'm mucking about. I like the zodiacs, but I think some of them, they sound quite offensive in the Western context. Like, I remember when my dad was introducing, like, our family to other people, and he'd tell other people our zodiacs. It sounds so rude. He'd be like, my wife's a pig. My daughter's a dog. And my son's a rat, you know. Anyway, they're all born in the year of the horse, so... It was meant to be a good year, the year of the tiger. It was meant to be a hot one. It was not off to a good start for me. Off to a terrible start, actually. First day of the year of the tiger, I walked back into my house and I caught my housemate washing her dog with my shampoo. I couldn't believe it. It was this relaxing chamomile stuff. It was good stuff. It was expensive. Like, it's the best one at the 7-Eleven. And on the side of the label it was like vegan, organic, no animal testing. I had to call them up. I'm like, it's been tested. He really likes it, you know. He used so much of the shampoo, this guy, you know. I don't know if you know this, but dogs, they got a lot of hair. If you don't believe me, think about this. They got bodies. They don't use body wash. It's all shampoo, you know? You'd be wasting your time making a body wash for dogs. They only service this section. You know how they got that shaved bit? Some of you don't know about dog anatomy, but...
So we had guinea pigs growing up, and we kept them in our garage, and in the hot Ohio summers, they absolutely died in there. And my sister reminded me, we named one of the pigs Brownie, which in retrospect is extra sad. She was out there straight bacon at 375. And my mom felt awful, okay? So she let us give him a proper burial in the backyard. And me and my sisters took those hard-bodied pigs, not like ripped, but like rigor mortis hard, and we buried him in the easiest place to dig. We put him right in the sandbox. And then a couple of neighborhood dogs came along, snarfed him right up. It was a tragedy all around. And I really feel like it could have been avoided if we just had a dad. I don't know what dads do, but I assume it's regulate the garage temp. They're always in there, tinkering around, planning their escape. No, my dad didn't escape as much as he was asked to leave. Escorted off the premises. Some of you know this about my dad. When I was little, he moved down to Orlando, Florida to become an actor, which is not where you go. He did land a few gigs. He was an extra in the television series of Swamp Thing. He was a truck driver in that, and that's it. And they took things into his own hands, started his own business, and now he's in the sign spinning biz. He calls it live roadside commercials or character directionals. He likes to devise a character and then present it to the cars. He's a leprechaun in front of this Irish pub called the Kerryman, for example, and the rest of his characters are available on his website. So we grew up, around a lot of costumes, like thrifting and going to Ray's Circus of Value and stuff. For example, like he loves a morph suit. You know what those are? It's like what Olympic speed skaters wear, but there's like no hole cut for your face. So you're just like in a single Lycra suit, just one color, head to toe, no skin showing. He wears an orange one in front of the Orange Julius. It doesn't rain that often in Orlando, and he called me one time after a shift. He said there was a sudden downpour and I almost waterboarded myself. I was like, I couldn't breathe, it was stuck to my face, my fingers are covered, the zipper's on the back of my head, I nearly died. I was like, I had to get into the car, I was so embarrassed. I was like, it's only embarrassing when it's wet? Or
I also have a 14-year-old daughter, and I gave her a chore list with 3 words on it, and she goes, "Where's your chore list?" You ever had a kid say something to you that then they're serious, but then you almost ruin it because you laugh? That's what I was like, oh God, what? And I just go, what did you say? And she goes, "Where's your chore?" She slowed it down, like I actually didn't hear her, you know? So I said, you know everything that happens in this house to make this home operate? Subtract the 3 things I asked you to do, and that is my chore list. Remember when you woke up in a bed, warm and not hungry? Check, check, check. I did that. So my chore list also has 3 words on it, and it says, keep her alive. And it expires in 4 years, so focus. She's 14 now. When she was 12, I started listening to podcasts about periods. And I know that seems creepy. I'm positive I'm on a list somewhere. But I never wanted to be the dad that had to send her to her mom to ask her all those questions. I don't want you to know, like, that's a question for your mom. You know where to find me if you want to play catch. I mean, it's like ridiculous, right? So.
My first job, I was a teacher. That's what I did. And first job, I lied to get a job because there were no phys ed jobs. And that completely backfired. They made me teach grade 12 history. I know, I didn't even take grade 12 history when I was in high school. So I'm teaching it, and I'm like the 10th smartest person in the class. That's not good. Awful. No idea what I was doing. Had never taken history in my life. I had to go home every night, read the chapters myself first to learn everything. Then I'd come in and teach it. That's how the whole year was. I'd even assign the homework like this every night. All right, tonight for homework, I'd like you to read chapters 1 to 3, okay? And then stop reading, all right? Don't go reading ahead. Coming in asking questions tomorrow on stuff I haven't learned yet. That's a no-no. We don't do that. Because that's what the smart kids would do. Every day I had this kid, Duncan. Every day he had a new question. Sir, what happened to the Mayan civilization? What chapter's that, Duncan? 15. What are you, a loser? You read the whole book already? I couldn't call him a loser. I could think it. But that's the thing, right? Teachers don't know the answer. We don't admit it. I never said, I don't know. I'd lie. Throw it back on the kids. That was my trick. Oh, is that right, Duncan? Huh. So you think I'm just going to spoon feed you the answers all year, do you? No, that's not how I teach, kids. So thanks to Duncan, I would like the rest of you to go home tonight and look up what happened to whatever he's mumbling about at the back. That was my whole year. It's horrible. I'd have Duncan come up and write the question on the board in big letters. Because I needed to see how he spelled Mayan so I could Google it later myself. Thank God for Google. When you can't spell something, at the top it says, "Did you mean this word, idiot?" Thank you, Google Master. It was horrible. Then you had to come in the next day, take up the homework. Oh, I still don't know what happened to the Mayan civilization. Kids have their hand up. I'm like, put your hand down, Dave. You got a 30 average. I'm not gambling on your answer. Can't ask a kid with a 30 average. I don't know if he's right or wrong. He's gonna give an answer. I'm just gonna be like this. That's a good. Let's see what someone smarter than you thinks. That's how I had to. Lorraine, can you tell us what happened to the Mayan civilization? And then whatever she would say, I would vote. How many people agree with that answer? There you go, Duncan. That's exactly what happened right there. There's a whole year of that. One kid smoked pot every day. Unbelievable. Pot. This kid would smoke it every morning, 9 o'clock, first period. Walk in stoned every day like I'm stupid. I can't tell you're stoned. It's 12th grade. You stick out like a sore thumb. Teachers aren't idiots. Then I thought about it. I think the only grade that kids could have smoked up before class and walked in without getting caught was kindergarten. That's the only grade. Think about it. You could have smoked up all you want before kindergarten. Stormed into class. No one would know. It took everybody an hour and a half to get their coat and boots off. You smoke up all you want. You'll be taking forever to get your boots off. So would everybody else. You'd be like, God, everybody's smoked up today. Look at this. Who's the dealer? Imagine being stoned at the age of 4. That would be hilarious. Trying to get that piece of crap $8 snowsuit off. Remember this thing from Kmart? Had one zipper. Started at your forehead. Couldn't breathe for the first 3 minutes of the day. Got stuck 15 times. You're stoned out of your mind, walking around going, God, it's hot. It's hot. It's June. Why am I wearing a snowsuit? This pot is screwing up my ability to recognize the seasons. What kind of crap zipper was that? One zipper. When only the left leg came out, remember? It started up here, wrapped around a couple times, in case it wasn't on tight enough, we'll wrap it up. And then only the left leg, that's how it was made. People making it were like, let the little potheads figure it out. We don't need 2 zippers. So you're stoned out of your mind and you can't get it off. You're like, I can't get the right leg out. And you're dragging around your snowsuit. You think it's a dead body because of the pot. You're like, well, there's a dead body. You're getting tired. That's a great grade to be stoned. Miss, I'm tired. When's our nap? Oh. Did I miss snack time? I'm starving. I'm so hungry. I was racist in grade 1. Yeah. I didn't mean to be racist. I don't know why I did this. My best friend was a kid named Gerry. That's how he said his name. I don't know why I did this. I wasn't trying to be funny. I wasn't trying to be mean. I was just a 6-year-old kid. He was one of my best friends, but I'd call him over every recess. Remy! Okay, let's try this. Did I say anything? Nothing? Okay, I got some other ideas tomorrow. I'll see you at recess. I do that every day. Then I go to his house for lunch. You ever go to an Arabic person's house for lunch when you're 6? It's terrifying. Everything they say, they sound angry. His father would come in the room. Rama! Mitayaka sitayar makaratia! Okay. My dad would like to know if you like peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch. I had a buddy skipped grade 1. Wow. How the hell do you skip grade 1? What are you, big finger painting champion? Duck, duck, goose winner every day? Wow, look at that kid run. Skip him. How stupid do you feel, though, walking into grade 2? You just skipped grade 1. Everyone's looking at you, mocking you. Look, that's the kid right there. Skip grade 1. No, shut up. Heard he's really good at cooperating with others. Remember, I had to do the food groups project. Remember this waste of time? Did it every year. It's like every teacher assigned it. It's those teachers that had nothing to do. That was me. No lesson plans. I'd show movies when I taught. This is how selfish I was as a teacher. One year I was teaching geography, and I was showing Rudy. Because I like that movie. Had nothing to do with the class. I'm like, this has nothing to do with geography. Happened in Indiana, okay? But what I would do is I had geography period 1 and geography period 2, the same grade. I would show period 1 the first half, and then I'd just keep it going the second half. They're like, what? Period 2 is like, why are we watching this in the middle? Well, I just saw the first half. I don't want to see it again. I remember doing the food groups, though, every year. So then I assigned it every year. That's how it works. I'm going to do what all my teachers did. But I remember being in grade 1 and we had to do this project. 6 years old, if you're going to do a project and they sign someone with you, you got to be supervised. You can't leave 2 6-year-old boys up in a room doing a project, because I don't know how we got to this. But we did our project. Nutrition. We couldn't spell. Nutrition. And you underline it. Double underline, double. Put a little R with the number. It's spelled wrong. Put an R, drop it in. Diary product. We couldn't spell. And then they, nutrition, underline, and then diary product. And then they post them in the halls for everyone to see. So your parents can come beat you up at parent-teacher night because they see you can't spell and you embarrass the family name. Because your name's this big on those posters. We go upstairs. This is a true story. I don't know what it means. I don't know how we came to this. We finished taping everything. His mom's picking him up in 2 hours. It takes 15 minutes. We're up in my room, 6 years old. I suggest we tape our penises together. And the thing that blows my mind, when I look back on that day, I can't help but think, what are the odds of finding a kid in the whole world to agree to this? I got the one kid in my room. And he wasn't like, he didn't question it. He was like, yeah. Like, it was like, it's like he was thinking it too. And that's the weird stuff you do. Joey, I'll never forget it. Joey and I are up there. Oh, this is gonna be fun. We stripped down. And we just did that. We taped our penises together, and we just stared at each other. We didn't know what to do. Completely naked, just standing there, thinking maybe this wasn't such a good idea. And then he says, I lost it when he said this. I ended up peeing all over him. And he wasn't trying to be funny, but we were 6 years old. We had just learned the alphabet. And he's staring and he says, he's all excited too, we made the letter H. And that was it. That was our project. I wasn't even a good student. I remember being in grade 6. That was my worst year. Couldn't read very well. And they made you read out loud. Remember that crap? Get rid of this reading out loud in schools. Nobody is listening to the kid that's reading. We're not following, we're doing the same thing. We all sat at our desks, terrified, counting people to see which paragraph we had. That's all you want to know. Which one do I got to read? Is it big? Is it a big one? I can line it up. Kid before you go to the bathroom, you're like, oh, I'm screwing up the order. I don't have the same paragraph now. You always had that one kid, too. Every school had that one kid in grade 6 that was 7 reading years behind everybody. Remember this kid, Bruno? Couldn't go to recess till Bruno finished reading. I was like, what? My life was recess in grade 6. I was the first kid lined up. This is how I stood at the door. 2 minutes before the bell, just like this. Come on, let us go, let us go. This is... My buddies are behind me going, go get the field, Gerry, go get the field. Yeah, no kidding, idiot. Why do you think I'm in my fast position? This is, you think I stand like this all day? No, I don't stand like this all day. See the other kids getting out early, you're losing it. Miss, how come that class? Oh. Because we had to get the field. That's how guys lived. You had to get the field or the court. One kid was sent out to touch a pole. Sometimes I'd be on the wrong field, just holding the pole. No one's showing up. That was my whole recess. Come on, where are these guys, man? I got the whole field to myself. You had to get the field or the court. Girls didn't care as much in grade 6. You could have fun with nothing. You could take a little corner of the field and find a rock, and you were, girls, a rock. Come on in, I'm gonna create a game. Everyone's welcome, there's no discriminating, no teams since someone's left alone. I'm gonna draw a box, and we're gonna stand in and out, and we'll dance in and out. It's called in and out, I just made it up, and this is our game. And be friends forever. I love it. What a great game. Not us. We had to fight. We couldn't go one day to recess because Bruno couldn't read. And then the bear licked the honey. I was like, are you kidding me? Why did this kid always yell? It took forever. And then the BR. That doesn't sound right. Then he'd say the wrong word over and over again, the exact same way. It's like he wasn't even trying anymore. Like-a-da. The BR like-a-da. Can't get this. Like-a-da. Come on. Shut his eyes sometimes, like he was thinking harder. Like-a-da. No. You might want to look at the word. To make matters worse, he's the only kid in the class that wouldn't follow the paragraph with his finger. So he'd finally finish reading that sentence, and then he'd read it again. You're like, what the hell? I just heard this half an hour ago. But he'd read it like 2 different things happened. I didn't know what was going on. And then the BR, like the honey. What? And then the BR, like the honey. What? My book doesn't say that. It was awful. I'm like, come on, Bruno, learn how to read, man. You're 17, it's ridiculous. Put your helmet back on. How come he gets a helmet, miss? Nobody told me why he wore a helmet. How come he gets a helmet? Gets to leave every day at 2 o'clock on his own bus? That's not fair. No one told me I'd show up the next day with the helmet on. Miss, it's 2 o'clock. Bruno and I gotta take off. Our bus is outside, yeah. Poor kid.
I've noticed a lot more young people coming to the show. Yeah, I know. I can see you out there with the hope in your eyes and collagen in your skin. I can see you. And I have to think to myself, what the hell are you doing here? I mean, I still got my regular crowd. I can smell the PP and lavender. I know you're here. I know I still got my peeps. Hey, Craig, I know you're here. But the young people are here now, and I think you've been watching me on the Tickety Talk, haven't you? Been watching on the Tickety Talk, I know. Well, look, a word of warning. I may go on for longer than 45 seconds this evening. And I gotta say this because of the young people, but the old people too. Everybody, I forbid you, and I mean forbid you, to tweet out anything I say tonight during this show. Tweet out, or any of your social media, but your Tweety, your Bingo, your Zippy, your Lamppost, whatever the hell it is, I don't know, Instacart, whatever you do, Instagram, Grindr, whatever one you're doing. MySpace for some of the older. Just don't, all right? Don't, because I'm going to say some things tonight that will not be true, and I want you to listen to this. They will not be true, they'll be lies. There'll be things that, I'll be saying things that I don't agree with, I don't believe. It'll be the opposite of what I believe, but in the context of what we're doing this evening, that's called a joke. Because I know some of you young people, you're struggling with that concept right now a little bit. We love you. We love you. I know. But don't, because I don't want you to tweet out anything I say or put it on your Insta or anything. I don't do that because it'll be out of context. They won't know we're here in the greatest comedy theater in the entire world. It'll just go out and it'll be out of context, and those words will go out there and people will think I believe those things, and I'll have to defend them, and I can't be held accountable for what I say. What kind of an America is that, everybody? I know. Because, look, it's nothing against you. I'm just tired of apologizing. I'm tired of apologizing. A man in my line of work, when I was doing that late night show, when I was doing the late night, no, wait. Thank you, everyone that can't afford Netflix. But listen, when I was doing that late night show, I had to apologize every night. Every night I had to apologize for something, and I meant it then, obviously. In the sense that, had I not apologized, I'd been fired, but we're not in that position this evening. I've already got your money. I once had to apologize to the entire country of Australia, the whole country. I'm not just talking about the people. I'm talking about the flora and fauna and the kangaroos and the wallabies and the wichita grubs and the koala bears and all the other animals that keep a little spare animal down the front in case they get a flat. I don't know. But all these, I had to apologize to all of Australia, but they were very mad at me. All right, I'll tell you what happened. What happened was, there was an Australian actor on the show, a friend of mine, a gentleman by the name of Guy Pearce. You know Guy Pearce? Yeah, he's a great actor, Australian. So Guy Pearce was on the show, and we were just around, guys being dudes, and he was going, oh, Scotland's rubbish, mate. And I was like, Australia's rubbish, mate. And then I crossed a line. I said that Canberra, the capital city of Australia, was a festering shithole. I know I shouldn't have said that. I don't know, I've never been to Canberra. I should have said it is allegedly a festering shithole. We can probably cut that bit out, but what I'm saying is, you gotta just, the rules of comedy, they are what they are, I guess. They are what they've always been, really. I think the rules of comedy are, what they've always been, which is, be funny, don't be a dick. That's it. Now, I use the term there in its non-gender usage. I mean no disrespect to my actual, who's a beautiful one-eyed dude who suffers from occasional stiffness. Actually, the older I get, that seems to be clearing up a little bit. When I was young, I was all lithe and supple, my dick was stiff all the time. Now I'm stiff all the time, my dick's all lithe and supple all the time. I feel getting so old. I now make the same noises for sitting down as I used to make for sex. Like, oh, that is nice. Oh, Oh, I love the feeling of the crushed velvet against my taint. Oh, that is lovely. Yeah. I'm hungry. Anyway, look, what I'm saying is the rules of comedy are what they always were. You know, just be funny and don't be a dick. I think the only people that complain about you can't say what you used to say are old comedians. Just old white comedians. Or just old comedians. Just old, oh, you can't say what you used to say. But here's what I think. I think when old comedians are saying that, you can't say what you used to say because of the woke generation, I think what they're really saying is, I'm afraid of young people. And I get it. I'm afraid of young people too. Move too quickly, get very strong opinions about things. I didn't move quickly and have strong opinions when I was young. Instead, I had strong drugs when I was young. It's very difficult to get a nuanced argument about pronouns when you're zapped off your on Pakistani black hashish. What's your position on the pronoun argument, Craig? Yeah. But we gotta knock it off. That's what I'm saying, and I'm glad there's a mixture of old people and young people coming to my shows now. I'm glad, because it gives us a chance to knock this on the head. Old people and young people, we've got to knock this off. We got to stop fighting each other. This is crazy. We got to get along. We all share the same space. And being old is not so different to being young, I swear. It's not so different. You just itch a lot more, don't you? Isn't it just itchy? It's like being young, except you're really itchy all the time. You're like, oh my God, nobody tells you. By the way, cortisone is the wonder cream. Just get it. It's amazing. You're like, I'm itchy. Oh. I think I just gave away where I get itchy. Probably cut that out. Anyway, But the old people, you know, if you're old, you just itch a little more. And if you're young, that's a byproduct of being young. It's not your fault. It's not your fault if you're young. There's just a side effect of being young, which is you're stupid. I know you think you're not, but you are. You're so stupid, you don't even know you're stupid. But the thing is, you know, oh God, I'm so itchy. But here's the thing, if you're older now, think back, older people, if you're older now, that means you were young in the 60s or 70s or 80s or 90s. What? No, Craig. Yeah, 90s as well. No, Craig, Hoopastank. No, Hoopastank. No, Craig, Hootie and the Blowfish. No, Hootie and the No Fish. They're all dead. They all died. They were all found floating at the top of the bowl. They're fine. That's stupid. Anyway, look, here's the thing, though. I have to say, my Gen Z and millennial brothers and sisters, as much as I love you, I got some news for you. If you're in your 30s, early 30s, mid-30s, late 20s maybe, you're in that wheelhouse and probably starting to have kids of your own now. And those little tykes you left tied to the furniture in the double wide to be here tonight, I know. I know where I am. It's specifically for the reasonably priced seats up there. But here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm saying, though. Here's what I'm saying, my Gen Z millennial brothers and sisters. If you're a young parent right now, you got little kids, those little tykes, they're not going to stay little tykes forever. They're not going to stay adorable little tots forever. They're going to grow up. That's the way it works. They're going to grow up. And the pendulum's going to swing the other way. And they're going to rebel against your attitudes. They are coming. And they will make Caligula's Rome look like Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. They are coming! If I was a young parent right now, I'd start saving up for bail and rehab, because you're gonna need it. And to be honest, my millennial and Gen Z brothers and sisters, you kind of deserve it, you smug, self-righteous hats. Now wait. I know what you're thinking. Oh, come on, Craig. Old comedian railing against young people. Well, I have to speak my truth, don't I? Speak speak your truth. What is your truth? Well, if you believe something to be true, that's your truth. So the truth is subjective? In a way, yes. I really wish I'd known that in a court case in Glasgow in 1987. Speak your truth. Do you know where I first heard that, actually, was from Harry and Meghan. Speak your truth. Don't get surly with me. They're your problem now. I liked when one of them said, I can't remember which one it was, the one that complains the most. Oh. But one of them said, we have some news. I'm like, what? They said, someone in the royal family is a racist. I was like, yeah. It's nothing to do with them being royal. They're a family. If you don't know who the racist is in your family, it's because it's you. It's part of family life. You ever been to a wedding? Grandpa would like to say a few words. No, he will not say a few words. Anyway, I like that young people annoy me. It means that we're still moving forward. We're still developing as a society. You know, I'm old, they're young, but... Because for a while there, I thought we were all just turning into robots. And not cool robots like, you know, Jeff Peterson in the old late night show. I know. Everybody loved Jeff, I know. I love Jeff too. People still say to me, Greg, where's Jeff? And I always say the same thing. Your mom, but I don't. We'll cut that out, but I don't say that. I think it, but I don't say it. No, I'm talking about the AI in our phones that was making us think like robots, these invisible robots that they put inside our phones to make us think like in ones and zeros. You know, that's what AI stands for. Our invisible robots that they... And they were put in there by Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg. One of the two. I don't know who it was, but it was one of them. Do you know that Elon Musk has 28 children? I believe he has 28 children, therefore it's true. Yeah, I'll tell you about Elon Musk. Do you guys remember a show called Teletubbies? Do you remember Teletubbies? I loved Teletubbies. I used to watch it with my boys when they were very little. I used to watch Teletubbies, and I loved that show. You know, every time I watched that, I thought, man, I wish I still took hashish. I feel that it would be a real kind of duck à l'orange. But I loved it. I particularly loved Tinky Winky. How dare you shut up about Lala Dipsy and Po, you a**. Tinky Winky was the best one with a big thing on its head and a handbag and a purse and an alcohol problem, I think, really, Tinky Winky. Tinky Winky had a dinky. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, Tinky Winky fall down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Do you remember in that show, the little baby that used to come up when the sun came up? The little sun baby used to go, eh, 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 eh. The sun baby? That baby was Elon Musk. I believe it was. I don't think it was Mark Zuckerberg, because he's not, you wouldn't have him as your... He's not an attractive man. He's not, well, I have to, look, I'm not judging, but there is a thing that he brings out in me that I don't like. It's not his fault, but he brings out something in me that I don't like about myself. I've never felt this emotion in my life, never even in junior high school. But every time I see even a photograph of Mark Zuckerberg, even just a photograph of him, all I want to do is just give him a purple nurple. Now, what is that?
This is 100% true. So when my daughter was about 4.5, my wife was out of town, and we were having breakfast, and there was a little lull in the conversation, and I'm over, cleaning up some dishes and stuff. And then after about a minute, she says to me, and apropos of nothing, we had not been talking about anything like this at all. So she just comes out with this. She goes, Daddy, I'm sad you're going to die soon. And, my immediate reaction was like, oh my God. She's a witch. And I went over and I sat down next to her, and I very quickly bound her hands and legs, threw her in her sack, drove to a river, and dumped her off the bridge.
So during last Halloween, she wanted to go to a pumpkin patch with me. But I didn't grow up with a pumpkin patch. I don't know what the pumpkin patch is. But I was like, all right, let's go to the pumpkin patch. So we went to the pumpkin patch. You know what I realized about the pumpkin patch? It's just people taking pictures with a vegetable. That's pretty much it, right? It's a zoo for vegetables. And I didn't grow up with that concept because back in Venezuela, my dad never took me to the supermarket with a camera. I'd be like, hey, Francisco, stand next to the bananas. Like, they're not ready. Which, by the way, that shows you what a first world country is, right? To go to a field of food just to take pictures? What the f***? That's amazing, right? I would love to take one of my cousins that are living in Venezuela right now. I'd be like, look, we're gonna go to the US and I'm gonna take you to a pumpkin patch. And my cousin's like, yeah, let's go to the pumpkin patch. And we get there and it's like Willy Wonka and the chocolate factory, right? I'm like Willy Wonka, I'm like, come with me. And you'll be in a first world of pure gentrification. And my cousin's like, wow, so many pumpkins. I'm gonna eat that one, and I'm gonna eat that one. I'm like, oh, no. We take pictures here, Charlie. But you can pick one pumpkin, or we can take that one home. Ah, okay, because we eat it at home. No, we make a scary face out of it. Wait, so when do we eat the pumpkin? We never eat the pumpkin. We let it rot outside. Welcome to the first world.
Last year for spring break, we did Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Been to Gatlinburg? If you've never been, let me tell you about it, all right? Gatlinburg is an American Indian word. It means land of the couples that wear matching airbrush t-shirts. I don't know if that's accurate, but it's accurate. And they always pick the same design, too. This is what it looks like. It's a silhouette of a much skinnier couple than the people who are wearing the t-shirts. And on the shirt, this couple, they're holding hands. They're in love, you guys. Their feet are in the sand. They're under a palm tree. There's a rainbow sunset on what is clearly the ocean in the background. Then they just write Gatlinburg across the top so that you know which of the islands in the Smoky Mountains that they visited, right? They're not smart people. But it's great for people watching. If you like to people watch, this is your spot, okay? I don't know if you enjoy it or not, but man, there's no better hobby. It's free. You just sit there with someone you love and talk about the trash walking by for a couple hours, right? Gatlinburg is prime pickings. I mean, there's not that much white trash in a dumpster behind a paper plate factory. Do you know what I'm saying? It's special. I love people watching so much, I take pictures when I do it and trade them with my friends like they're baseball cards. Now, if you're into something like that, let me just give you a tip. Make sure that the flash and the sound on your phone are turned off, which I know sounds like a no-brainer. Guys, I've been doing this a long time. I messed up bad. I'm in line for security at the airport. I'm going this way. Coming at me is a gentleman. Hawaiian shirt, shaved face, but out of the top of his shirt was this perm, I don't know the right, a tuft. It was the brightest, whitest, bushiest chest hair I've ever seen in my life. And I've been to Sarasota. This was next level, dude. It was teased, possibly bleached. He looked like a Build-A-Bear whose neck had been slit to send a message to the other Build-A-Bears to pick it up because numbers are down, right? And I knew if I didn't get a picture of him, I wasn't going to be able to sleep that night. But here's the rub. I couldn't do it from this distance and this angle. No one's going to see how awesome it is. If I want some likes, I got to time it so that when he's passing by, I can get that side view, you know, the profile. So to do that, I have a face I make. It's very simple. The only thing I'm trying to convey with this face is what? I'm just checking Twitter, even though my phone's kind of pointed in your general direction. He stops right here. I hit the button. It's like, blick, flash. I was like, there's a Pokemon on your shoulder, sir. Just hold on. We'll get it. Just be careful, okay? The other tip, if you're going to take pictures while you people watch, is to make sure that you have a full battery. Charge up. Because that's what happened to me in Gatlinburg when I went to go people watching. I was at my favorite spot to do it there, which is the old-fashioned candy kitchen. I love that place because no matter what time of day you show up, you're going to see the same thing. There's going to be a hillbilly pressed up against the window who can't figure out how they're making taffy on the other side of the window. And it's the greatest day of their life. They're just like, what? Nuh-uh. Hey, come look. Come look. It's where they make it. The taffy for Cracker Barrel. Yes, right here. I don't know how they do it, even though I can see the whole process. This is... I saw her standing there a block away. The Mickey Mantle rookie card of people watching. I got so excited, I was like, I've heard about you. Oh, you are coming home with me. Easy, girl. Easy, girl. I'm not going to hurt you. Got close enough to take the picture, press the button, just a dead battery sign. What? No! I scared her. She ran back into Ripley's, believe it or not. Believe it or not. And I just sat down on the bench right there in between the Pancake Pantry and Fanny Farkle's arcade. I was so mad, you know? All this time I tracked her. I just let her get away. I wish I could pull up a picture so you could see how awesome she was, but I can't because I was careless. So I'll just describe her as best I can. She had early 1990s hair. You remember that look? Pulled back tight in a ponytail, but in the front. In today's news, that thing defied all logic and gravity. I always wondered how that was formed, you know? Because I always only ever saw the finished product, and then I showed up too early for homecoming one year. And there she was in front of the big mirror. So that was that lady's hair, okay? She's just like, she was so perfect. She looked like someone that might frequent a Long John Silver's / Kentucky Fried Chicken, a 2-in-1 fast food restaurant. You ever go to one of those places? Another great spot for people watching. I don't know what it is, but the average redneck brain cannot process that there are two businesses operating behind one counter and sharing the menu space above. And the first time they see it, it just catches them off guard. They're like, okay, could I get a... Okay, what happened here? Am I in a food court? Like, what? I want chicken. I can order from both of them. It's the same company. Oh, I didn't. Okay. Wow. Okay, well, I'm getting a family meal deal. I get 2 sides. Could I get a side from this side and then a side from that side? I can? Okay. Well, extra biscuits. I knew that before I came in here. And what does Long John Silver's have? Hush puppies. Ooh, can I do that? 2 breads? I can? Oh, yeah. Let's go there. And I was wondering, like, what is the big thing here, you know? Because I know that you think I'm joking just for the sake of doing comedy. I'm not, okay? Sit by the register in one of these 2-in-1 fast food spots. 10 minutes tops, you'll hear a sentence that has never been formed in the history of words. It's because there's too many options and people aren't prepared and they get up there and then a line forms behind them and they get nervous and they're like, do green beans go with tacos? Like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. It's the best. It really is the best. If you're gonna do it, and I recommend you do it, just make sure half of wherever you go is Long John Silver's, because that is the place that brings them out, okay? At any Long John Silver's, you will hear a grown man ask for extra crumbs, which I feel is just a new low for our society. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Long John Silver's is a fast food seafood restaurant. And what they do is they take chicken and fish and they dip it in a batter and then they put it in the fryer. And when they flip it out of the fryer, little pieces of that batter break off. And then a pile of all those little pieces form. And then people go, hey man, can I get a scoop of the stuff that thing's been laying on? You can put some of that in my treasure chest? And when I heard it, I was like, did that guy just ask for more crumbs? She pushes a button on the register. Boop, crumbs, 10 cents. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. What? How often does this happen? I mean, I thought I could be witnessing the first time in the history of Long John Silver's where some guy's like, I'm so embarrassed to tell you this, but I'm a little short on cash. I got a long drive ahead of me. I'm so hungry. Could you just, I don't know, put some of that stuff into a cup? I could snack on it. No. It happens so much. It has been programmed into the register. Think about that. If whatever you want to call that stuff has its own button, which I'm pretty sure we'll all agree was not in their original business plan, that tells me there was a day that something happened. At some Long John Silver somewhere, something happened to bring us to where we are. And as a people watcher, I'm just sad I wasn't there to see it. Because I pictured it in my head 1,000 times, right? Some toothless manager just comes storming out of the back. Hey, somebody's gonna have to start paying for these crunchies, all right? I can't be giving this stuff away. I mean, if everybody's gonna ask for it, we gotta figure something out, all right? I don't know how to make it. It's an accident. Y'all just love free stuff. That's why we got rid of tartar sauce pumps and switched to packets. 2 per customer. Y'all were just pumping it right into your boats. Nobody needs that much tartar sauce. Nobody. I'm sick of it. And he tries to slam that door, but it's that metal kitchen door, right? Now you can just hear him in the back. I ain't settling down, Ricky. I'm sick of this. They don't pay me to put up with it. I'm so mad my hand's shaking. I'm supposed to bowl tonight. Now what? I'm done. I said it before, but I mean it this time. I'm done. You watch. As soon as I can afford that lift kit and them Luke Bryan tickets, you ain't ever gonna see me again. I'm out. Well, of course I'm going. Florida-Georgia line's opening. I ain't gonna miss that show. They're the only 2 dudes that even settle me down right now. You do that? All right. Well, then you take the Nelly part. You make me wanna roll my window. Look. You're kind. You're very kind. All we just learned is that I've thought way too much about an incident at a Long John Silver's that probably never happened.
There are things that people still believe that we now know are not true, but people just repeat. But we got the internet now. Sometimes I'm a little let down that people don't double check at all. Not even a Google. You should double check at least once before you say it out loud so confidently. Like the whole we only use 10% of our brains thing. We've heard this. We only use 10% of our brains. That don't even make no sense. Like if you got brain damage, the doctor would be like, it's cool, you don't even need that. The bullet hit the 90% of your brain that's just trash. It's very stupid. We use way more than 10% of our brains. And the bottom of the food pyramid should not have been grains. Remember back when they said every single day eat a loaf of bread? Then they were low-key like, don't do that. Y'all remember when we used to hear you gotta check your kids' Halloween candy each year? Y'all remember that shit? You remember that shit? That one's true. But not for the reason you think. It's not because some dude in Seattle named Dirty Frank was putting razor blades in the candy apple. We've all heard that one. Someone's putting razor blades in candy apples. Do you want to know how many times that's been documented happening? 0 times. It's never happened, but all of us know that story for some reason. Why? You do gotta check your kids' candy though. As a dad tax, you gotta go through it and be like, sorry, Carter, tropical starbursts are poisonous. Gonna have to confiscate these. I'm sorry. It don't take 7 years to digest a piece of gum. When you say that shit out loud, you just sound dumb. You just sound dumb. Someone said it back in '98. We heard it once and we were like, that's great. I'm gonna repeat that now for the rest of my life. It's not illegal to drive with the light on inside of your car. I think it tells the cops that the driver is drunk, and they usually are. They always are. Jellyfish stings aren't cured by piss. I think that's a rumor started by guys who are into that kind of shit. Like Dirty Frank, the candy apple guy. He wants to pee on you on the beach in front of your son. And he wants you to be in pain. And he wants you to ask him to do it. And he wants people to clear a lane and be like, make way, this guy's got to piss into an open wound. What's I'm not lying to you. Peeing in a jellyfish sting, every single person in this room, when I said jellyfish sting, every single one of you was like, piss in that. Jellyfish sting, Luke. Medically, Luke, piss in that. Luke, medically, the piss, it gets into the sting, it deactivates the toxins in the sting. The piss, it gets into the sting. It deactivates the toxins in the sting. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Google it one time before we all think that forever. If you start to Google it, it'll cut you off and say, stop peeing in open wounds. Stop. Your piss is acidic. It makes it worse. Has anyone here gotten stung by a jellyfish? Did someone piss in it?
Yes.
How did it feel?
Not good. I was 9 and it was in the south of France. So it was a Frenchman.
And you know there was some guy just waiting around to do it, too. He's holding it in. Pierre's holding his piss in, waiting for a 9-year-old to get stung so he can go piss in it. Any other medical situation, you'd be like, that's insane. My dad had a heart attack last week. Did you piss in that?
Objectifying dudes. I don't think it's my fault, though, because I grew up in the homoeroticism of 80s action movies. Anybody else? Ridiculous. Every guy was shirtless, cut, and shiny. Everybody. Every Rocky movie. I've seen so many boxing matches, I've never seen them whip out a bucket of baby oil like they did in Rocky. Why did Ivan Drago look like he was made of chrome? Like, it made no sense. Just gleaming like so much. Schwarzenegger, Rambo, like everybody was just veiny, muscular, just steroided out. And this was a time where I was judged if I said any of my friends was attractive, if they were a man, right? Like I'd be like, whoa, Zach's good looking, like, ugh! Everyone freak out. What are you, queer? You want to marry him? Like, I'm not gonna marry you, Dennis. You're ugly as If I had to marry a man, I would take Zach. He has gentle eyes. Son of a bitch. It's a ridiculous time. Jean-Claude Van Damme doing his crazy splits. It was so, all of us guys were like, yeah, I like that. I like his body. I like the way he moves. Queer? What? Like, who cares? But you know what number one was? You're thinking it, I'm thinking it. Roadhouse. Oh, Roadhouse. Sweet Swayze, who just danced his way through every role. Just dancing. Always dancing. Loved Swayze. I miss him every day, man. Roadhouse is the best. Dalton, best cooler in the business. Plus, side note, be nice until it's not time to be nice. That should be America's slogan, you guys. Like, that should be on the flag. Like, one of the stripes should just say that. But, like, back to hot dudes, like, he was the hottest. He was the hottest. Doing kung fu in the morning, shirtless, right? Right on the lake. But like kung fu in the morning, shirtless, sure, but wear some sweatpants. Not these, like, tightest jeans ever. Just can't kick above the waist. It's ridiculous. A huge rodeo belt buckle? Like, that doesn't make for mobility, Swayze. What are you doing? You know? Like, I love it so much. I have a bit of an ulterior motive telling you this because I am starting a petition, a movement. I want to get every bouncer at every comedy club to dress like Morning Dalton, okay? Just all of them, mullet wigs, no shirt, greased, the tightest jeans imaginable, huge belt buckle, and just have them surround the room. Just line the walls. Like, as you are filing in, they're just standing there. I just want to see a couple people be like, is this Thunder Down Under? Am I on the wrong night? This feels very strange. Is it gay night? I don't care, but is it? None of them will talk to me. Guys? You know why I like a hot dude? Yeah, we're still going. You know why? It's because I like seeing stuff that I'm not. And whoa, stop yelling, enough, stop, okay, I'm hot enough. Calm down. This caused that riot I was worried about. Jesus. I'm fine. But like, I'm talking movie star hot. Like that thick hair that they have, you know what I'm talking about? Like that werewolf hair, where it's like a forehead, then just a tree line, like this thick, just a thick moss you can't put your fingers through. That's hot dude hair, you know? I worked with Jake Gyllenhaal in New York once. And I say worked with, we were on the same benefit show that went like 4 hours long. And he's well put together. Like, he is good looking as hell. I'm not blowing your mind here, you know. I wouldn't let him He's got those creepy nightcrawler eyes, you know. I want to look in the mirror and not for me. But it was like me, him, and a bunch of bands. And I had to follow him. He did a monologue from this beautiful two-man play he was in that was running on Broadway at the time. And I remember sitting there and going, man, this guy's really talented. And they're like, you're next. And I'm like, why? Why am I after that? You know, what a beautiful monologue. And now, Dick Jokes Magoo, and coming up. So I was like, let me just call this out and make fun of it. So I just, you know, went out there after him and was just like, give it up for my twin, Jake. And they laughed so hard it hurt my feelings. Like, it killed so hard. People were crying, like, oh my God! He said he's his twin. I think I'm gonna We should go.
Where do you find the low-income whites of this great country of ours? 2 words, Waffle House. Waffle House seems to be a headquarters for the low-income whites. Or if you're in the middle of the country, it's called a Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrels are just upscale Waffle Houses. We're in Nashville. You have Waffle Houses and Cracker Barrels. Can you say sweet spot? What's your mindset when you go to a Cracker Barrel? I want the unhealthiest food sold in public, but I still want to impulse buy a rocking chair. Where can I do it? Does such a place exist? It does. It's called the Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrels are closing. Sorry, whites. Sorry, whites. Cracker Barrels are closing. Sorry, whites. I'm sorry, whites. But so are Red Lobsters. Sorry, blacks. Sorry, blacks. I'm sorry, blacks. That joke works better if there's more blacks in the room. Maybe someday, right, Nashville? We don't have Waffle Houses in the north where I live. I live in New York City. We have Starbucks. And I don't like Starbucks. I don't like the pretentious energy in Starbucks. You walk in, everybody's on their laptop. I guess writing their screenplay. You know what I think they're doing? I think they're laundering money. Something borderline illegal. So I walk past the pretentious people and I wait in line for the bathroom because I'm in my 50s. And that's what you do when you're in your 50s. You use the bathroom every place that you go. That's less of a joke, more of a medical fact. I don't know how it is here, but the Starbucks in New York, someone's always in the bathroom for a long time. It's one guy. He's really in there. I don't know what he's doing in there, but he's in there real good. I can tell you that. He's living his best life. I don't know if he's finishing college or starting a podcast, but he's in there. He's in there real good. And just when I think he's coming out, water starts coming from underneath the door, indicating that he's not coming out anytime soon. The last time I was at Starbucks, I was waiting in line for the bathroom. The man in front of me had a dog that was wearing a sweater. I hate it. It's so condescending. The dog looked like he went to a better college than I did. It looks like he could bite somebody and he's already dressed for court. The line's taking too long. I exit the line and now I'm waiting in the line for coffee, which is also very long, but it's moving, and I eventually get to the front, and the girl with the purple hair goes to take my order, and I go, medium black coffee, nothing in it. She goes, don't you mean grande? I said, miss, I don't think it's the right time to be teaching me Italian. There's a man swimming in your bathroom. None of this is the case at the Waffle House. I went to my first Waffle House last year on the road in Mississippi. First of all, I love the name, Waffle House. House is in the name. It's very welcoming. And it's ironic because everyone in the Waffle House looks like they live in their car. I'm talking Waffle House now. I live in New York City. First Waffle House, Mississippi. I walk in, I'm wearing a shirt with sleeves, so I was overdressed. I go to the bathroom. There's no code on the door of the bathroom at the Waffle House like at Starbucks. There's no door on the bathroom of the Waffle House. Come and go as you please. Little thing called freedom you might have read about in your history books. I finish my business and I'm walking back to my table and it's Mississippi. I'm looking at the back of people's heads and it's mullet, mullet, head injury. Mullet, mullet, head injury. Mullet, mullet, head injury. Mullet, mullet. I get back to my table and that waitress is a talker. OMG. I knew everything about her in a couple of minutes. Mother of 5, all cesarean. I know that because she showed me the scar as I was eating. Things move quickly at the Waffle House, guys. 1 minute you're discussing menu options. The next minute you're running your finger along a cesarean scar of a woman you just met. 3 of the 5 kids she had during the lunch rush at that Waffle House. The other 2 she had in a bathtub full of moonshine. Mississippi baptism. She's telling me about her life. Turns out she had just gone through a painful divorce. She was married to her cousin. Get off your high horse, Nashville. It's Mississippi. People marry their cousins. And I have empathy for that because if you're dating your cousin, you kind of have to marry your cousin. Because how do you break up with your cousin? What do you even say? Look, I just want to be family. She starts to tear up talking about her divorce, and I'm compassionate, so I reach up, I touch her face, I wipe away her tear, and I remember I said to her, I said, Scalene? That was her name, Scalene, named after the white trash of all the triangles. I said, Scalene, you did the right thing by getting them youngins as kids, out of that toxic relationship. And out of my peripheral, which is a word they don't understand in Mississippi, I see a man choking. He's a big redneck, no disrespect. And out of instinct, I yell, is there a doctor here? Not realizing that I'm at a Waffle House. Probably not a doctor at a Waffle House. Now I looked at the people's faces and I thought to myself, more chance of a doctor than a dentist. No one has teeth in Mississippi. Are you guys gonna get these jokes or no? So I think to myself, Michael, you graduated from high school. You're the closest thing to a doctor at this Waffle House. You gotta do something. So I start to make my move. He's a big redneck, he's choking, I'm coming from behind him. I don't want to startle him, but I know I'm in the South, so I get close and I whisper in his ear, I whisper, I'm white. I lock my hands and I start the Heimlich maneuver, which is gay marriage in Mississippi, and someone starts recording it with their phone, I assume for Pornhub, and after about 15 thrusts, which is what I'm good for, piece of Scrapple shoots out of his mouth and hits another man in the face, also named Scrapple. Scrapple Jenkins, he was the sheriff. So I head back to my table and I'm sitting there contemplating the meaning of life, and my waitress, Scalene, she comes walking towards me and I notice she's limping. And we're friends at this point, so I call out to her. I say, Scalene, baby girl? Do you got the scoliosis? She said, nope, Ferris wheel accident. Did you guys know Mississippi is 50th in education, but number 1 in Ferris wheel accidents? It's the silent killer. There's 2 types of people in Mississippi. People who've been injured in a Ferris wheel accident and people who will be injured in a Ferris wheel accident. It's an epidemic.